So as you can see, both of these products are made of the plant-based fibers. So what it does is that it emits negative ions. So these negative ions will charge up the aerosols, generated when you speak. So this will help the aerosol to settle onto the nearby surfaces instantaneously. So it is part of a multi-pronged approach to reduce, the risk of COVID. So the main advantage of this plant-based ionizer, right, is that as opposed to the normal air ionizers, which uses a metal tip, it's a sharp metal tip to generate ions. The plant-based ionizers, it generates ions all over its surface area, and thus it has more ion concentration. And then of course, because it's plant-based, it doesn't generate as much ozone. And of course, it's relatively maintenance free. You can just put it there and it will do its job.
I think solutions like these are particularly useful in places where the air ventilation is not so good, because in places where you do not get good airflow, there could be accumulation of aerosol which may contain virus or bacteria. So a product like this could actually remove the aerosols from the air and clears the air and make it a safer place for the occupants. Yeah.
Not all venues have enough level of ventilation. So the big question is, of course, how do we make up for that? So that's where the ionizers, plant-based ionizers come in. So basically, it can be used to settle the aerosols as formites quickly. So we actually calculated the ventilation equivalent number, and it is equivalent to a reasonably well ventilated room.
Well, I think the whole experience of this research is that we could see the importance of science and understanding of the understanding of things that were not well understood previously, on how that could actually open, or rather help us improve our lives. Yeah, and I think this project is particularly meaningful in that sense. Yeah.
So for me personally, the biggest takeaway from this project is that to achieve meaningful things, we indeed need a collaboration from multiple parties. Through this project, we learned that we work with some agencies and some other collaborators that otherwise we wouldn't have the chance to engage. So it is quite interesting, and it's a good learning process for us as well.